36-1. 36-1. Earlier, 5 minutes. Please, 5 minutes. I will take my time. So, no. Yes, Minister is having questions. Who said it? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. What is the organization? RSS. I want this government. Don't go along with RSS. Come to conclusion.
भारत सरकार की कैबिनेट ने इस बारे में एक बिल अप्रूव कर सदन के सामने रखा। आपके द्वारा ये बिल जॉइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी को दिया गया, जिसका विपक्ष का भी बड़ा आग्रह था। कमेटी ने इस पर सुविचारित रूप से अपना मत प्रकट किया। वो जो मत प्रकट हुआ, वो मत फिर से कैबिनेट के सामने गया।
I have received the courageous speech of Honorable Minister with rapt attention, and I wondered where he got such a courage to explore the entire cock and bull stories in the parliament. Sir, Madam, I dare to say the Honorable Minister, please go through your speeches tomorrow by text. Compile the text and do tally with the JPC report and the documents submitted with the JPC. If it tallies, I will resign from this house. You recall your memory. When you introduced this bill, you said what prompted to introduce this bill. One of the classical examples that has been given by you, the reason for this bill to be violated when you introduced in Tamil Nadu, in Tiruchirappalli district, entire village running thousands of acres were described as work property. JPC came into Tamil Nadu. The district collector came to depose evidence, and the secretary of the revenue department came to the evidence. CEO of the upward came to evidence. All three officers came to JPC. The chairman is sitting here. Deposed the evidence. The cock and bull story that has been built by you and expressed by you has been demolished. In spite of the cock and bull story, no interference. No interference. Having said the cock and bull story, now we are coming with new cock and bull stories to say the parliament was given to WAQF. Sir, madam, the irony is that the minorities' rights are going to be protected by way of this bill, where the party is having no members of parliament Muslim community. There is no Muslim MP to introduce and pilot the bill and support the cause of the bill. They are not able to produce a single member of parliament, and they are giving moral advice to us how the secularism can be protected. Madam Chairperson, today it is a remarkable day for the Indian Parliament. They are admitting, para 2, based on the recommendations of the high level committee under the chairmanship of Justice Sachar and the report of the Joint Parliamentary Committee on WAQF, the Central WAQF Council, and after having detailed consultation and other stakeholders, comprehensive amendments were made in the year 2013. Your admission, unquote. Then you start in the same paragraph, I quote, despite the amendments, please hear, despite the amendments, it has been observed that the Act still requires further improvement to effectively address issues related to the powers of the Waqf Board, registration and survey of the properties, removal of encroachment, including the definition of the Waqf. 5 components. You said, in addition to the 2013, even on the basis of the Sachar committee report, you wanted to address 5 more components according to you, which were missing in the S12 bill, the S12 Act. Let us pursue. Now I come to your 5 pillars. I can easily demonstrate that the definition of the WAQF, it is nothing but artfully confused for the non-existence of WAQF. Removal of the encroachment, it is nothing but empowering the government to grab the WAQF property. Survey of the property, it is nothing but a mockery, because Government of India already filed an application, filed an affidavit before the Supreme Court. More than 90% survey is already over. Now you are coming for survey. Registration of WAQF, it is not at all humanly possible according to your text. I will come to that. Powers of the state boards, it becomes recreation club. I will demonstrate. Sir, as a student of law, I got anguish when see the amendments. And I challenge the minister with the due humility. Please show one improvement on these 5 heads beyond the 2013 Act. Then I will ready to salute you. You can't. You can't. On the contrary, Madam Chairperson, I have been in the Parliament more than 22 years. I know the legislative business. Being a lawyer, I am well versed. But have you come across a bill is being brought to the Parliament cunningly and cleverly to remove the amendments which were brought in the 1995 and 2013 after due deliberation and approved by the same Parliament? Yes. If you really honest, you must repeal the 2013. You must repeal the 1995, because most of the amendments brought in 1995 in 2013 were completely removed by way of this amendment. What does it mean? What does it mean? I want to quote the quote of V.R. Krishna, a known jurist. I quote, Parliament is a great inquest of the nation, the great auditor and ombudsman of the executive, the final arbiter, policy monitor and destiny discerner of the people, unquote. I dare to charge the government that this Parliament is being used as a mere. On the contrary, what you did it, as my friend put it, 52A, you wanted to make very stringent laws to protect the minorities of the country. The SOL Act says, the present Act says, rigorous imprisonment and penalty. You are saying that it is simple regressment. Simple imprisonment. And the offence committed in the WAQF presently is cognizable and non-bailable. You are making it bailable. I want to recall the Bilkis Banu. The same thing is happened here also. The next, sir, then tribunals. In 1995 and 2013, Madam Chairperson, as a student of law, again saying, the creation of tribunal itself, we want to segregate the lengthy process of the judicial process in the civil court and high court and Supreme Court. That is why we have so many tribunals. Telecom tribunal is there, income tax tribunal is there. Why? There were a lot of cases in the civil court, district municipal court, subordinate court, then district court, then high court. So such a simple and peculiar matter should be referred to the specific court, for which the Constitution permits you constitute a tribunal. You constitute a tribunal and very clearly said tribunal decision is final. Why it is final? Already survey commissioner has been conferred with the civil court. He is not an individual man. He is an institution under law. He is following CPC. When he is following Civil Procedure Code and Indian Evidence Act, the SOL Act, he himself is court, first court. The second court is tribunal. Third court, it is permitted in the law, on suo motu or on application, it can go to high court. Very sure problem. Very sure problem. But you wanted to say, tribunal is not final, we will decide. What type of jurisprudence we are having? Then come to the registration. Madam, registration. 36-1. Earlier, 5 minutes. Please, 5 minutes. I will take my time. So, no. Yes, minister is having patience. Registration. Okay, tell. Registration. Come to the registration. Come to the registration. Earlier, the WAQF property can be declared by virtue of section 36(1) as work property after the due process. What are the process? In the act itself says. Now you want to bring 7A. What 7A says? 7A is a peculiar provision which will defeat the entire work properties. I will read, please permit me to read section 7. Huh? No, section 7. 14. 7 here. Section 7. Oh, no. No. What is removed? What is removed? 7A. Sorry, Chairperson. No. 7A, now, new provision. It shall not be registered, the property shall not be registered unless the dispute is decided by competent court. The power has been entrusted to the collector. Collector will hear the matter for registration. During the registration, any dispute is found, then the final decision will not be taken. It will be decided by the court. Which court? Up to Supreme Court. Thereafter, section 10, no suit, no appeal will lie upon that. What does it mean? You wanted to say this property is not work property, go for the dispute, it will go to Supreme Court, it will take 30 years, till then this property will be deemed as government property. What does it mean? It will be deemed as a government property. What does it mean? Then come to the register. Register also completely impossible in way it was dropped. Madam Chairperson, the constitution of boards, all members have spoken about. I do not take much time. Why you are injecting non-Muslims? HRNC Act are there in each and every act. Hindu Religious Endowment Board Act are there in all states including Tamil Nadu. What happened in Tamil Nadu? In one temple, so many acres of lands were available under HRNC. Out of the income, HRNC board decided to run a arts college. Arts college. Recruitments were by professors. On merit, one Muslim came. Immediately, RSS and Hindu Munnani gave a categorical statement. It is our property. Why you are accommodating a Muslim professor? Now we are saying property is something different, religion is something different. Baba, don't teach lessons. My prayer is, our prayer is, religion is something different, politics is something different. Don't mix it. Don't mix it. That is our prayer. If you want to save this country with the integration under this secular fabric, please segregate the politics and the religion. Now I come to. No, I am concluding. Section 40. Section 40 very important. Section 40, madam. Any property of the work property converted into trust or converted into society's act, none other than else, by the statutory bodies of the concerned state, is a work property. If it is found by the board, then the board can initiate inquiry according to this act by way of survey and by way of the deciding title, and ultimately it comes to a conclusion it is work property. If it is not there, you leave it. Why you are removing this provision? What is the reason given to this? It was not at all deliberated in the JPC. Madam Chairperson, Madam, I am closing. Madam, 2 minutes, I am closing. Madam Chairperson, lastly, 108A, overriding power, that is the safeguard. Whatever be the special act, take it PCR Act, Prevention of Corruption, Civil Rights, take it SC/ST, take it Dowry Prohibition, whatever be the special legislation made either by the assembly or by the parliament, such a overriding power must be there to protect the interests of the particular community. Yes. You are removing that. At last, soon after independence, 1 minute, I am closing it. Soon after the independence, the Prime Minister of India, soon after the independence, one sentence I read to close. Soon after the independence, Prime Minister of India used to write all the chief ministers of India, all the states. I am quoting the official record. Letter to the chief ministers by the Prime Minister. I quote, I have a great deal of evidence to show an organization which is in the nature of a private army and which is definitely proceeding the strictest Nazi lines, even following the technique of organization. The Nazi party brought Germany to ruin, and I have little doubt if these tendencies are allowed to spread and increase in India, they would do enormous injuries to India. No doubt, India would survive, but she would be grievously wounded and would take long time to recover. Unquote. Who said it? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. What is the organization? RSS. I want this government. Don't go along with RSS. Come to conclusion.
Madam Chairperson.
हाँ बोलिए.
This type of bill, when you are bringing it to the House, at least the members has to have the power to give amendments. Yesterday, what happened, sir? This bill has been brought into the notice of member only around afternoon. Then the amendment time will be ceased till 3:30. Then how can the members move amendments, sir? This is basically, you are actually bulldozing the legislation, sir. This type of legislation bulldozing is not happened in this House, sir. Sir, members have to. Why that, sir? You need to give time for amendment, sir. Sir, there are several provisions to be given amendment. There is no time at all.
Okay. आप बैठिए, एक विषय मैं दे दूं. माननीय सदस्यगण, मैंने सभी जो गैर सरकारी माननीय सदस्यों के जो भी संशोधन प्रस्ताव थे वह और सरकारी संशोधन प्रस्ताव दोनों को बराबर का समय दिया है. मैंने ऐसा नहीं किया कि आपके मैंने जितना भी समय गैर सरकारी संशोधन को दिया है उतना ही समय सरकारी संशोधनों को दिया है. मैंने दोनों में कोई अंतर नहीं किया गया है.
मंत्री जी को
हाँ, एक मिनट एन.के. प्रेमचंद्रन जी, आप बता दीजिए.
Sir, my point of order is relating to Rule 80, Clause 1 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business, and under Rule 376 of the Rules of Procedure, and also colon sector, page 615. Sir, now this House is considering a bill, WAQF Amendment Bill 2024, as reported by the Joint Committee, Parliamentary Joint Committee. We are not discussing the original bill. It is as reported by the Joint Parliamentary Committee. My definite question to the Honorable Speaker, sir, is whether the Joint Parliamentary Committee has the right to incorporate new provisions in the bill. It is beyond the powers and ambit of the Joint Parliamentary Committee. They have incorporated so many new provisions. I have no objection in respect of those provisions. Even 2A also, it is appreciable. We don't have any objection. Sir, very serious technical matter. And kindly see, even the House, Speaker sir, even the House do not have the authority to make wait. You can reply after that. You can reply after. Sir, you can reply after me. Sir, even this Parliament, even this Lok Sabha, this August House, do not have the right to incorporate a new provision unless you suspend Rule 81. But what is Rule 81, sir? Sir, Rule 81 is very clear. Rule 81 says the following conditions shall govern the administrability of amendments to clauses or schedules of a bill. An amendment shall be within the scope of the bill and relevant to the subject matter of the clause which relates. whether these so many provisions in the new drafted bill, extraneous provisions are also incorporated that will not come within the purview. That is why I am saying even this house do not have the right to make new provisions unless let me please, unless and until Rule 81 is suspended. I do agree, sir. I do agree with you. The government has the power. The minister has the power. The minister has the power to move amendments, and also they can recommend. Joint Parliamentary Committee can recommend. But they cannot come with new provisions as a newly drafted bill for which there is no right.
Okay, okay.
Sir, I am quoting Howland sector. Very important.
मैंने पढ़ लिया आपका, मैं व्यवस्था दे रहा हूँ, पहले गृह मंत्री जी बताएंगे। हो गया वो, मैं व्यवस्था दूंगा, पहले गृह मंत्री जी बताएंगे, फिर व्यवस्था। मान्य इनको पढ़ लें दो पूरा, 1 मिनट इनको पढ़ लें दो। आप पढ़ लो, आप पूरा पढ़ लो।
Sir, Howland sector, page 615. The motion for reference of a bill to a select committee may include instruction to the committee to consider matters other than those dealt with in the bill but relating to the subject matter of the bill. Instruction to the committee for amendments of such sections of the Parent Act as are not covered by the amending bill, whenever given, are to be specific and clear, unquote.
Okay.
That means unless and until the House specifically directed to go into this, they have no right to make new provisions in the bill. It is beyond the powers of the Joint Parliamentary Committee they have acted, for which I am seeking a ruling.
आप बात खत्म करें। माननीय गृह मंत्री जी, आप बैठिए। ऐसा नहीं चलेगा माननीय सदस्य, मैंने सबको मौका दिया, प्लीज बैठिए आप। बैठिए। माननीय गृह मंत्री जी बोलेंगे।
माननीय सदस्य ने जो पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर उठाया है, मैं इसके हार्द को सदन के सामने रखना चाहता हूं। भारत सरकार की कैबिनेट ने इस बारे में एक बिल अप्रूव कर सदन के सामने रखा। आपके द्वारा ये बिल जॉइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी को दिया गया, जिसका विपक्ष का भी बड़ा आग्रह था। कमेटी ने इस पर सुविचारित रूप से अपना मत प्रकट किया। वो जो मत प्रकट हुआ, वो मत फिर से कैबिनेट के सामने गया। कमेटी के जो सुझाव थे, ये भारत सरकार की कैबिनेट ने स्वीकार किए और अमेंडमेंट के रूप में किरण रिजिजू जी लेकर आए। ये तभी होता है जब ये ऑफिशियल अमेंडमेंट कैबिनेट की अनुमोदन के बगैर आता है। मान्यवर, मैं नहीं मानता इसमें कोई पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर है, और आपका ही आग्रह था कि कमेटी ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी बने। अगर कमेटी ने कोई बदलाव ही नहीं करने हैं तो ये कांग्रेस जैसी कमेटियां नहीं, हमारी लोकतांत्रिक कमेटी है मान्यवर, जो दिमाग चलाती है। कांग्रेस के जमाने में कमेटियां होती थी जो थप्पा लगाती थी। हमारी कमेटी चर्चा करती है, चर्चा के आधार पर विचार करती है और परिवर्तन करती है। अगर परिवर्तन को स्वीकार ही नहीं करना है तो कमेटी काहे को लिए है भाई?